We have one new race that it's just been called on the Travis County judicial side. I'm bringing in now our digital reporter here at KXAN, Grace Reeder. She just slipped into the room to be able to provide us an update on this race. Tell us about this newly called race that just came in literally a few moments ago.
So this is for the 455th District Judge. Lori Arlo has been called for that race by KXAN, and we are anticipating a number of those district judge races will be called in the next few minutes / overnight here. One that I want to point out in particular that we're getting some results in on is the 419th District Judge position. That one we've been following very closely because it did have the potential to put a Republican into a district judge seat. So let me explain how that works. So right now, incumbent Catherine Mawsey is in that seat. She is running for re-election. Madeline Connor is running against her. That's interesting because Madeline Connor is the current district judge for the 353rd District Court that's in the same county, and so she would have, if she wins here, vacated her seat, and then it would have been filled by the state, and so there was potential there for her to leave her district seat in the middle of her term. There likely would have been a Republican put in that seat, as that's how the state leans, but you see here that Catherine Mawsey is leading with the numbers that we have right now, with 54% reporting. That was updated about 4 minutes ago. So that's one race that we're watching very closely.
You just mentioned the 455th District Judge position, the Democratic primary. Lori Iserloh there has now been called as the winner in this particular primary. A number of races that we're following. I mean, there are so many judicial positions, Grace, at the moment that are up for grabs. But what's really interesting is that many of these races will be decided in the Democratic primary just because there are so few Republicans running for those judicial spots here at Travis County.
Yeah, I believe it's actually only one race where there is a Republican who is going to run, which means that those Democrats that are going out and voting in the primary this year are going to decide who's going to be in those district judge seats because they will run unopposed in November. And so this election has been a huge case study in why voting in the primary elections is so important, especially here in Travis County, which tends to lean more liberal.
I want to quickly go through and run some of these numbers that we're getting for Travis County judicial positions. They're starting with the 261st District Judge, the Democratic primary. Daniela DeSeta-Lytle is leading over Pam Davis. I profiled these two women running against each other not too long ago because both are graduates of this really cool campaign school that UT Austin runs. They were together in that class and then ended up running against each other in this primary. And so it appears at this time, with early numbers coming in, about 52% of the vote right now being counted, that Daniela DeSeta-Lytle is leading in that race. Additionally, for the 331st, as I get my words to me, 331st District Judge, Chantal Melissa Eldridge is sitting comfortably ahead of Jessica Wynn at this time, capturing almost 62% of the vote. Grace, talk about this one, the 403rd District Judge.
Right, so we're seeing obviously that Brandy is on top here, 81%, 54% reporting right now. That was updated about a minute ago. Craig Moore obviously quite a bit behind there, and we talked about the 419th already and why that was so important. Again, Catherine Mawsey coming out on top with what we're reporting right now, and we already called this one, as you said.
For Lori Iserloh there. And then for Travis County Court at Law number 4, Dimple Malhotra. She is ahead right now and looks to keep her seat there as the incumbent, capturing about 65% of the vote with what's counted at the moment. Skipping over to Travis County Court at Law number 5 in the Democratic primary, Mary Ann Espiritu is ahead with almost 61%. Trailed there by Tanisa Jeffers. She actually attended the same LBJ Women's Campaign School that the other two women ran in. She jumped into this race, but Marianne Espiritu is coming out on top at this moment. For Travis County Court at Law number 6, Denise Hernandez, the Democrat there, ahead, 71% of the vote, trailed there by Leslie Jane Boykin. For Travis County Clerk, which was a race that a lot of people have been watching because longtime County Clerk Dana DeBevois announced her retirement. She has left that position now, and at the moment, Diana Limon Mercado is ahead with almost 83% of the vote. They're a big deal. Grace, while I have you here, I also want to talk about these two races. We are seeing two long-time Travis County commissioners facing Democratic challengers. Bridget Shea here, though, with a comfortable lead over Bob Leibel.
Yeah, that's right. So it's really two incumbent Democrats here, and they are facing off against progressive Democrats going against them. These are another example of races that will be decided largely in the primary elections. They will go unopposed come November. So Bridget Shea here. Bob Leibel, for a little bit of background, he was the former director of Grassroots Leadership, which works to abolish for-profit private prisons and jails. Bridget Shea has also put that on her platform, is criminal justice reform, and so that has been a huge talking point of that race in particular. But as we showed, incumbent Bridget Shea there does appear to be in the lead right now. And then Precinct 4 was another that we're looking at, and that's another race that is going to be called here in the primaries.
Wow, this is incredibly close.
Super close. So this one we are watching very closely. Of course, Margaret Gomez, the incumbent here, she has been in office since I was born, 1995.
Wow.
So she has been there a long time, and she is neck and neck with progressive Susanna Ledesma Woody. And Susanna is a Del Valley ISD trustee. She's a funding member of the Del Valley Community Coalition. And of course, Margaret Gomez, the first Mexican-American woman to serve on Travis County's in this role. So that's a race that is really close right now, and we're going to continue to watch that one very closely. Lots of impacts there.
We are definitely going to have to watch this one. I mean, this is razor-thin pretty much margin at the moment. As you can see right there, Susanna is ahead. She's 5,991 compared to 5,831 for Margaret Gomez. I mean, this is so close, Grace.
Yeah, this is a really close race, and it's really interesting to me that this one is so much closer than the other race that we saw there. So we will continue to follow that. Of course, if you go over to kxan.com, we have these minute-by-minute updating. We've got our data journalist who is crunching these numbers really quick, and so we will have those updates for you as soon as we can, especially in that race because it's so close.
All right, well, KXAN digital reporter Grace Reeder, thank you so much for jumping in and updating us on those county races. We really do appreciate it because you've been covering this exhaustively over the last few weeks, so we appreciate your insight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.